tunnel vision, block opinions, and I could give but think of us. Duck jab hooks in it through the roof with an uppercut.
It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and we'll see Chris Godwin. He's been a quarterback's best friend, nearing 1,300 yards receiving on the year. It's the Buccaneers and the Falcons under the lights on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bucs in this matchup, but with how good they have been, it's not often that we can say they come into a game truly facing a challenge. But Charles, that's the case this week.
Absolutely. What a challenge it is, because they're now coming into this one and they don't exactly have a clear advantage, something that they usually possess in every game they play with the way that they throw the football. I can't wait to see if they change things, if they emphasize different things than we've seen throughout this season, how they go about trying to move the ball downfield.
Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go to wrap up this Sunday of action. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun, Reeves. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Reeves. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw. Reeves. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Reeves. His throw incomplete. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Very very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Dumps this one off to Algier. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2nd and 5. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year. 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get through a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. But if you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular.
Touchdown! Sterling Shepard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Reeves. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. He's got Otten. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw. Reeves. Being chased down left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Operating from the gun. Reeves dancing to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Completes it to Davis. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Ready, break.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did something like that.
They go play action here on first down. Out to the right here to Shepard. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Sterling Shepard with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Operating from the gun. Reeves steps away to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that'll be taken just outside the 40. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Sterling Shepard on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where you see the final score there. Jonathan Taylor, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Nelson Aguilar, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit. Second half straight ahead from Raymond James Stadium. Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. So for the call, let's get back over to Tampa and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Finding space at the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. First down, Falcons. They'll look to throw here. Looking for Campbell downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Throws right back to London, complete again. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They'll look to throw again. This is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Algier A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Throwing to start the drive. Reeves. And his throw's going to be incomplete. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
On third down, Reeves. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It's fielded at the 45. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Paris Campbell from 21 yards away.
And the Falcons look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Let's go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Reeves. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
On the double. First down 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming at.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tyler Algier, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big, you really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
To throw on 3rd down, Reeves. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On 1st down, Reeves. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Operating from the gun. Reeves looking middle, and it's incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw. Reeves. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st and 10, Reeves. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Reeves. And now another one thrown incomplete.
That's another it's been the picture of this game. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and they will remain well behind. A tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schleprock, got that black cloud over their heads.
Algier now up the middle, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
57 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Algier with another carry.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On second, here's Algier.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run here with Algier.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Throwing to start the drive. Reeves. Eluding the pressure right.
Credit that sack to D'Angelo Malone.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Falcons,
they finish off a perfect regular season, 17-0.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers,
it's a tough loss to take as they'll finish things off at 9-8.
But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure.
Sound like some superhero.